clearly disappointing. What's the most disappointing aspect of the performance like that?
Oh, look, it was a huge day for our football club. Really important day for our supporters. And it was really an opportunity for our club to stand up and be counted. And from the football front, from coaches to players, we failed dismally. And it's a bitterly disappointing performance. And it's really time that we're trying to shed this image of a young, developing football team. We did nothing to shed that image today. The players from the opposition, a lot of them young players played really well. Our young players couldn't handle that pressure. So we need to stand up. We need to grow up quickly, and talked about bridging the gap between the top four sides from last year and Collingwood are the reigning premier, and there was a big gulf between us and them last year, and clearly that gulf still exists. So we're going to work tirelessly to turn this around, and we've got to turn it around quickly.
Your players, this might sound like a funny question, they believe at the moment they can beat those top sides of these people?
No, they don't. That's my honest opinion. They know they can play the game. They know they've got ability. They know they're competitive. I mean, we're really proud of the competitive nature of our group. But when you turn the ball over like we did and just give the opposition easy goals from our mistakes, it starts to eat away at that belief. So until we really prove ourselves on the big stage against a really good opposition like Collingwood, they won't get that belief, because really belief only comes from evidence in your performance, and our young players don't have that evidence yet. So we've just got to keep going back and working on it, and even as a coaching group, we take responsibility for things that happened today as well. We chose to play Collingwood a certain way because we wanted to take them on at their own game, because there's no point going down in an honourable loss. I don't think it helps us in the long term. We want to take Dane Swan on in the midfield. We want to take Scott Pendlebury on, but we fell well short, and that was obvious to all. So we've got to turn that around quickly.
Do you feel a lot of the turnovers came from good Collingwood pressure, or it was more inferred pressure and the pressure of the occasion, if you like?
No, I think their pressure's outstanding. I think the gulf I speak of between where we are and where they are, I think it's competition wide. The footy I've watched, it's only round 2, but they've established a gap between everyone at the moment. They're a cut above. I mean, I thought we played. It sounds like a ridiculous thing to say, but we played a lot better this week than we did last week. And there's an 83-point difference in the result. So they are clearly the best team in the competition at the moment. Their pressure's outstanding, and we couldn't stand up to that pressure. I was hoping Collingwood's pressure would be that good, because I wanted to get a measure of where we're at, and unfortunately it's a pretty ordinary measure.
So you're involved in Collingwood for about 3 or 4 years.
Yep.
And you left at the end of 2009, and they sort of gone on this to give it since.
Yep.
What do you think is between the team at the end of that?
What do you think it's me, Jake?
No.
As soon as I left, they turned it around.
No,
It is a fact. I left and they won a flag. So, no, the players have matured. I mean, when I was there, Swan and Pendlebury, Thomas, side bottom beams when they came in, they were fledgling players. They came in and look, Dane Swan and Scott Pendlebury, they had their really tough times. You rewind to the start of their careers, and Scott Pendlebury played a lot of VFL footy. Ben Cunnington hasn't had that luxury. Jack Zeeble hasn't had that luxury. Bastanak, Greenwood, Atley, you go through the list. We've just thrown them in because we have to, in a sense. And if we're going to become a really strong competitive football side, we've got to get games into those young players. So
is there a danger with the club making this a sort of not a state game totally, putting sort of talking up that you have to show something, this sort of stuff? Is there a danger that when you do that, you fall pretty flat when you do it?
No, look, the players just have had a reality check today. I think that the supporters, this is about turning up, wearing our home jumper in a home game, which is our right. So no, I don't think there's any risk in doing that. I was more than happy to put it on our players and put them under pressure today, and really ask them to stand up and be counted against a genuinely good opposition. Now, we fell short, but I'll never stop doing that. I mean, we've got to demand excellence against the best, and we're not there yet. But we'll get there, or we'll die trying.
How critical was that run of ball behind the first quarter? Because you certainly matched them for 10 minutes. You were on par there?
Yeah, we thought we created a lot of opportunities. You know, at one stage, you know, I even commented in the box, you know, 2-9's a bit different from 9-2. You know, and they were genuine scoring opportunities, and we kicked a few out in the full. So, you know, against the really good sides, if you don't take your opportunities and they take theirs, well, you know, the margin's going to blow out pretty quickly. And you know, you combine that with the fact that I thought we had really good scoring opportunities going forward, and we made mistakes. We succumbed to pressure, and they went back and scored. I mean, you can pull out example after example of that happening. So that's a bit deflating to a team, you know. But they're the things we've got to improve on. I mean, we've been obliterated in contested ball. You know, that we put it on young players to compete man for man, and we got badly beaten in that area. So, you know, when you kick inaccurately, you get absolutely dominated around, you know, the fall of the ball. You know, contested possession, we're down 35. You know, that is a massive number. So, you know, we still created 54 inside 50s. So that's you'd like more, but that's enough to kick a winning score. But when you're going forward, you turn the ball over. That's how they get their 72 inside 50s. You know, they created a lot of them on their own merit, but we also gave them a lot too.
How concerning is it that Brett Hart and Brady are still sort of head and shoulders above the rest of the midfield group?
Yeah, well, that's part of what today was about. It's not about, you know, we're not going to get to where we want to go if we're just continually relying on the same guys every week. And, you know, I'd put, you know, Petrie in that category as well. You know, we need the younger guys to step up. There's the only first-year player on our side today was Sean Atley. You know, everyone else has played senior footy. So they've got to grow up and grow up quickly, and they are genuine competitors. So this will sting them, this will hurt them. But, you know, it's going to mean nothing unless we go back and rectify it, you know, in 2 weeks' time against Fremantle.
Interchange infringement in the first quarter, that was sort of the turning point where you sort of had a run on and then you were missing goals and then that happened. Is it frustrating that still happens, the fact that interchange infringements, they shouldn't happen? Yeah,
it's just a rookie mistake, isn't it? And, you know, notice they made one pretty much straight after it as well. So, you know, they are frustrating, but all these little mistakes add up.
When you talk about Collingwood having a goal for the rest of the competition, where do you think they're a better side than they were last year?
Oh, they appear to be a much better side than they were last year. I mean, you know, it's hard for Dane Swan to have a better year than he did last year, but he certainly made a pretty good start of it. Scott Pendlebury is a super player. You know, and look at their second-year players, you know, or what are they, third-year players now, Sidebottom and Beams, you know, coming in. So, you know, they're establishing some real depth through their midfield, and there are some pretty good players who weren't playing today. So, you know, and the addition of Tarrant, you know, I thought he did a good job on Petrie. You can run with him all day, you know, and Cracker coming on as a sub. It's a pretty handy situation. But, you know, I line them up man for man against our guys, and the difference is at the moment they're putting the score on the board. I don't think they're any more talented, you know, because I go back to Pendlebury and Swan when they were young guys. They took a while to find their way. So, you know, but we just can't wait 3 years and hope it happens. You know, we've got to stand up now, and that was the theme of today, and we didn't do it. Okay. Thanks, guys.